Hello guys, and welcome back to another For Honor Heroes build video. Today's hero is the Tiandi, and the mode we're focused around is going to be Dominion. So let's go ahead and get over to the feats and perks. First but most, we'll go ahead and go into the perks. As you notice, I got 3 perks, and those perks are Remedy, Feline Agility, and Clever Tactics. The reason why I choose Remedy is because out of all of these perks, if you see, this 3 combination I prefer over the other perks for Dominion mode, because Remedy, who wouldn't like 10 more health per kill? You notice you do get ganked a lot in Dominion, so when you end up killing one of the players that are ganking you, one of the players that are ganking you, you're able to return some health and continue the fight. On top of feats that Tiandi get, which we'll get into later. Now, Feline Agility I prefer as well, is because out of Radiant Rebound and Supersonic, this one is a permanent boost to your speed. It doesn't just activate during Revenge. It doesn't activate only when you get revived or spawn. It's a permanent speed movement boost per renown that you get. So when you unlock your first renown, you'll get 4% movement speed boost. Now, when you unlock your second, third, and fourth feat, each of those ones out of the 3 will give you 2% more, so for a total of 10% movement speed boost in game while you're playing and you have all your feats active. Now, the third perk I go for is Clever Tactics, and the reason why that is because you're playing Dominion, so being able to unbreak your team or make the other team break as soon as possible, having a 15% faster rate of capturing those zones will help you do that. Now let's go ahead and get over to his feats. Now for Dominion, I choose Rally Call, and I prefer Rally Call over Come At Me and Tireless, because I'm not just using Tireless as a stamina reduction for my cost and only for me. You're playing a mode where usually your teammates are around you. The zones are fairly close to each other, so you're constantly fighting in more than one group battle. You're not usually fighting too many one-on-ones in Dominion. So being able to, have teams back you up when you're getting ganked and you have low health, you're boosting everybody's damage around you except for your own when it comes to Rally Call, which I think is really better than, again, having a self perk where it's only my stamina reduction. Come At Me is pretty dope, but again, it's only activated when you activate it. You do take more damage, you get more heal, which they added because it didn't used to be that way, which is kind of cool. But then again, you get more renown from kills too, but once you got all your 4 feats, the renown is kind of useless unless you're just trying to get a bigger score than everybody else. Now, moving on to Doom Banner. I choose Doom Banner over as a second feat. I choose Doom Banner over Sacrifice and March for Death. Sorry, I was just thinking about the other feat on top. And I choose this over the other feats because Sacrifice, it makes you sacrifice your health to restore stamina to nearby enemies. So it doesn't, Tiandi also regains stamina. So it's just for sacrificing health to restore stamina. So I don't think any time when you're fighting, you're going to sit there and use this feat to lose health during your fight and get more stamina. Now, I can understand if you're trying to help your friends out, if they're trying to fight 1v1s and you're trying to be honorable and you want to help his stamina gain, you can use Sacrifice. But then you're losing your health, and if you're not in the zone or anywhere close to heal you, you probably end up being dead pretty soon. I don't really enjoy this perk. I haven't used it for any of my builds. I don't know. You guys can let me know how you guys think about that feat in the comments down below. But moving on, Mark for Death is also a nice perk, but I don't see it as useful as Doom Banner when it comes to Dominion. Mark for Death will reveal one target's location, lower their stamina and their defense, and increase renown gain upon kills. So do they get increased renown, or do we? I haven't looked into that. But again, once you get max renown, there's no point in getting these perks or feats that give you increased renown, because you really want to get your renown to unlock your 4 feats and just continue fighting with your best possible build as possible. Doom Banner, on the other hand, it has a radius wherever you plant the banner, and upon that whole radius, any enemies that go into that radius will have less powerful defense. It used to be less powerful attack and defense, but it says nearby enemies have less powerful defense, which is kind of, I don't understand, what is powerful defense, right? But before they messed with the text on this, it used to be that the enemies had less attack damage and then they would take more damage. but it seems like they take way more damage. And I ain't gonna lie, I just got out of a breach match or a Dominion match. I used Doom Banner. It wasn't with the Tiandi, but it was with Berserker. Berserker has the same feat. Now, I literally did 2 heavies to the opponent and they died with Doom Banner active. So that's something I'm trying to tell you. When you have a group with you and you're in the zone and you're trying to hold that zone down, you plant Doom Banner to either protect it or capture the zone, and the enemies around there trying to gank you will die like flies. Or if you have friends there, you're going to help them do more damage to the enemies that are in that banner. And the banner, depending on what map you're on, sometimes it covers about the whole radius of the zone that the enemies will leave out of the zone, and you can continue getting points for your team until the banner's gone, and then they'll come in and try to fight you. But during that time, your whole team is getting points. So that's another tactical way of using Doom Banner. Now moving on to the third feat, I use Vital Leech, and I do use this over Battle Cry and Protective Revive. I was using Battle Cry at first only because it pushes the soldiers at B away from capturing the zone, and it makes you and your allies get an attack boost. Pretty awesome, pretty cool. But I get ganked a lot, you know, and the attack boost is awesome and it does help all my teammates. But if you want to survive getting ganked, especially if, like, sometimes I play by myself or I play with one other player, and we're not always in the same zone sometimes. Sometimes we are, but when I'm not and I'm playing solo or I'm streaming, I be getting ganked, you know. Everybody gets ganked at Dominion. Being able to leech some health when you're halfway, or it's stronger leech when you're in critical condition, is awesome. Especially if you get revenge, you pop revenge, you're hitting the enemies, you're gaining health back, bam. And on top of the fourth feat, which we'll get to, it stacks with a shield. So you'll have a shield and a health. They take it down, you get revenge again, you pop revenge, you attack them, you're going back up to like half health with a shield. And it's going to continue doing that until they can actually kill you, or until your teammates come and you fight them off. That's the only reason why I started switching to this build, because I started seeing how great this is against ganks, you know. So Protective Revive is awesome. Again, reviving isn't a priority in Dominion. It's all about keeping the zones held down and preventing the enemies from getting the zones. I see this more useful in like breach or elimination, etc. But it's not a bad perk. Again, we're going with Vital Leech. So going down to the fourth feat, I choose Indomitable, and I use that over Morale Booster and Last Laugh. Like, again, I was using Battle Cry or Morale Booster because I was just boosting my teammates and trying to get the match done fast. It's not a bad build, but if you are getting ganked and you want to survive and you're just sick of it and you want to just put those wow sorries to sleep that they keep spotting in the chat, just go ahead and use this build that I'm using here with Indomitable. And I promise you, like I was explaining with Battle Leech, if you're not too defensive, you don't have to be too defensive, but if you're playing right, you're on your level where you're blocking attacks, parrying attacks, you're hitting them when you have an opening and you're getting ganked, you're going to be gaining health and shields when you're halfway down health, and you get revenge, which gives you a full shield and unlimited stamina where you can go ham and get your health back, and then be defensive when the revenge is gone, get your Vital Leech, get your shield up, and then do it all over again. I promise you it will surpass the enemy's ganking. I really hope you guys enjoyed. That was the build for the Tiandi for Dominion, and until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.